Hello everyone and welcome back to Cringe. I'm your host Emma Gemma and welcome to the new age of cringe. Guys, look around. Why are we looking kind of legit right now? Guys, why are we looking like a legit podcast right now? Like if someone came across this on their feed, I think they would like see me and be like, who is this sexy, you know what, fuck it, keep it in there, sexy queen with this amazing podcast setup? Who is she? Who is she? What could she possibly be about to tell us? I'm curious. Let's stop and listen. Let's learn. Let's get some wisdom. Welcome back to Cringe. I am so fucking excited to be recording today, and I'm so fucking excited to be recording in this new setup. And by new setup, I mean just a different corner of my bedroom back home. Welcome. You guys have always been over there. That way. You guys are now here. You get to see my beautiful bookshelf of all the books that I've collected and my desk that usually I use for nothing, except that I put my litter box. Yeah, I shit in a litter box. My cat's litter box underneath the desk. You can probably see it in the mirror right here. I don't really know how to fix that. You may be able to see the bright green stripe on my spandex because it really is business on top, comfort on the bottom. Because today has just been a day, and we'll get into it. We're just kind of like flying. What is that saying? Like flying by the seam of my pants? Is that it? I feel like I just made that up. I don't know what that means. Today has been a fucking day, but before we get into that, it's a really special day because do you guys know what today is? Hint to the little donut. Hint to the little decoration. Guys, it's the 1-year anniversary of Cringe. I'm so excited to be kind of like relaunching. Guys, we're rebranding. We're hashtag rebranded. We're relaunching on the 1-year anniversary of Cringe. I was very intentional about that. And I don't know, like Cringe, I've talked about it, I think in every episode. I have been re-listening to my episodes because I'm a narcissist, I guess. I don't know. I actually have gotten to the point where I hate hearing myself talk. So it was very hard for me to listen to myself. But you know, I'm re-listening to all the episodes and I'm wanting to like make them better. And this is like really Cringe is my labor of love to, I guess, myself, but also like content creation for me and what I want to make on the internet. I've talked about TikTok stresses me out and it's not my favorite. This is like my favorite thing to do. And the fact that I now have a literal corner of the internet that is for me and the people that want to listen and connect is so amazing. So, we have a birthday donut here on the desk. It's amazing. And you're probably like, why not a cupcake? It's just one of many things that have led up to what today is. Okay, today has been fucking crazy. I genuinely, for the first time, okay, I had like a run time of Cringe. Like I had a topic, I had, you know, cues to go into the next segment. Like I'm like, this is, you know, I want to make this shit legit, okay? My internet just stops fucking working. So you know what? You guys are getting a life update. I know what I'm going to talk about, but it's just been one of those days. But before we get into that, I just want to say, like, I'm so grateful to the people that listen to this podcast and slide up on my stories whenever I post that I'm coming back for the 17th time. Guys, the hiatus is over. Bitch, you were never consistent. You were not like... Was it a hiatus or did you just like take a weekend off? I don't know, but the weekend was 7 months. Thank you to everyone that has ever cared about this. And I don't know. It's really just like Cringe is where I kind of do trial and error and I put it on the internet and I see what I like and I enjoy. And I just kind of get to be creative and have this thing that's mine and I love it. I love it so much. So thank you to anyone that enjoys it and still listens. Let's think of some people off the top of my head. I feel like that's fun. Ava Larson. Thank you. Talia Nash. Thank you. Who else? Of course, Alexa. Thank you. Fucking Lucy Ann. Like, I feel like I'm reading off Patreon members. My mom for buying me that little disco ball. Thank you. My Nana for buying me this guys, look how fucking sick the podcast setup is. This makes it look legit. I will never forget the first comment I got from someone that wasn't like someone that I know in real life on my YouTube, and they said something like, I say I'll never forget. I can't fucking remember it. They're like, I can tell you're gonna be big one day. Can't wait to see what you do. Now you just need a desk. Baby girl, I got my desk. Okay, so we're ready. I'm ready with you. You're ready with me. We're ready to go. Okay. Anyway, let's start the show. Let's do a little catch up. As you can see, I'm back home. I'm legit home. Like I said, this is my bedroom, in Northern California. I am back here for the summer, and we'll make this quick. No, we won't. Who do I think is speaking? I know myself. So I'm here for the summer, and I'm actually moving in with a friend back to LA in like August. We're really just figuring that out step by step, but I've actually been very happy to be home, which was a surprise because, as a lot of you know, I was studying abroad for the last 4 months. That's what my last episode was, if you watch that, or if you like follow me on Instagram, whatever. That was like the craziest experience of my life, and I think that first week of being home, I was so fucking happy because I went to LA first and visited my boyfriend, and then I came here. And when I got home, because it's like all my stuff again, like it felt like I have a whole new closet now, because I just haven't seen half the shit that I own in 4 months. No, 3/4 of the stuff that I own. Like, I left so much stuff here, and it's just been so great. I'm fiending for a job. I'm hashtag ready to work on LinkedIn. I'm hashtag ready to work. Okay. I tried to get a job at Starbucks, and it was the nicest lady as the manager. Oh my God. She was so fucking nice. Like, nicest lady ever. I feel like if I said fuck around her, like I would start burning. Like, she just seemed so sweet. And I go in there, like every parent will tell you to do when you try to get a job. And unfortunately it almost worked. I go in there and I introduce myself, and, and I'm like, can I apply? She goes, apply online. And then she saw my name again and she gives me a call. And I felt like I couldn't lie to her and say that I wasn't going to be here after the summer. And then she was like, I don't think I can hire you. Oh my God. I'm so broke. Like, study abroad is so expensive, you guys. And then I get back and like someone hacked into my bank account and I had negative $250 at one point. What the fuck are we talking about? Are you kidding me? Kick a girl while she's down. It was crazy. So now I'm just home, and Cringe has really been a part of what I've been working on. I'm working on a lot of internship stuff. My resume, I'm working on my website for like PR, which Cringe is on there. Really sexy, really fun. Trying to get a job after this. I may be attempting to be a hashtag podcaster, but I also am hashtag ready to work. Yes. I'm like shaking. I've had the craziest day today. Let me tell you about it. So I have been planning to record this episode. I knew that I wanted to record it. Technically, I'm lying. Today is not Cringe's 1 year. It's the day I upload. It's Cringe's 1 year anniversary. So I've been like, I need to record it before so that way I can edit, do all the things, blah, blah, blah. And so I woke up this morning and oh, no. Backtrack. So yesterday I was thinking about what I want to do for like decorations. I wanted to put like stars here. I was going to get a fucking banner. It's always the brokest people that spend the most money. It's insane. I don't have the funds, but you know who does? My mom. Shout out. So I was like, I wanted to do all these things for it. I fucking just let it slip, like totally slipped my mind. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just make some cupcakes for the house, and I will take one cupcake and I'll put it right here and I'll put a little one candle in it. How cute is that? Our oven breaks. Okay. Hey, no problem. I can adapt. I'll just go buy a cupcake, even though I absolutely fucking hate those like the artificial frosting. So I was like, I'll just go buy cupcakes in the morning. No big deal. I wake up and, it's any other day. And I make my way over to, I was going to the dollar store first to look for like some balloons. Like, what was I going to fit in this corner? Like, honestly, thank God it didn't work, because what was I going to fit here? I'm almost hitting my head on this. Anyway, I go to the dollar store and there are these motorcyclists behind me, and they are up my ass. Like, Like, are they cave explorers? Like, I don't know. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, get away from me, right? And there's two of them, and they're right next to each other, and they're right behind my car. They are on my ass, okay? And so I'm going to turn into this fucking parking lot, and I put my signal on, and I start to slow just a little bit so I can, I don't know, turn into the parking lot. And these motorcyclists are still on my ass, and they get so fucking close, and then they rev their fucking engine, and then they go around me and they speed off. But when they rev their engine, it scared me so bad. Scared me so bad because, remember, I was studying abroad. I have not been driving that much, okay? So I'm like really fucking jumpy. I jump, and they were being an asshole. And I just like into the curb. And I knew the second I hit that curb, my tire was popped. I knew it. Mind you, this was an hour and a half ago. Okay. I go into the fucking parking lot, and there's a dispensary right there. So I'm parked outside of this dispensary, and this guy, high as fuck, just comes out and goes, yeah, that fucking corner, it'll get you, man. Hey, it'll fucking get you, man. You know? And I'm like I'm like trying to call my mom. I can literally hear my tire going, psst, the air coming out. And I'm like, sir, maybe if I was a stoner, this would help me a little bit, but I don't need a joint and I don't need this commentary. Can you change a tire? Or are you just trying to tire me out right now? Leave me alone. He walks back inside. I didn't say anything. Of course I didn't. What did I do? I went, oh my God, yes, I bet. Serious? No, you're too funny. You are too funny. Then I like pace around the dollar store, and my mom finally calls me back. I'm calling fucking everyone because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't have my AAA card. I don't know where it is. And then she tells me she cancels AAA, all this stuff. And so anyway, I end up having to drive somewhere, and like 2 minutes away, and I got my tire changed. And that was just like, that just really took me out. That just really took me out this morning. It has taken everything in me to get back up. And you know what? You know what, guys? Like, there's no shame in falling back sometimes. There's no shame in falling a little behind from the herd. But all you got to do is just get the fuck back up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like, I didn't cry. Didn't freak out. Okay. I did a little bit on the phone with my mom because I like when she told me that she canceled AAA, that was it for me. When she told me she canceled AAA, I was praying for everyone around me because then my stepdad is like, well, maybe you're going to need a tow truck. And I'm sitting there like, that is the most embarrassing fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, in front of a dispensary in my small town. And this parking lot is so small. Fuck no. I'll walk home. The car's done. So we have to, there's no saving it. It's really sad. It's in the middle of nowhere, and we're not going to be able to find that again. Yeah, I paid off so much money on that, but no. You need a tow truck? No, just throw it away. I'll bike. No prob at all. It's a pleasure even. So yeah, that was my day today. And then after that, I went to try and find some cupcakes for this. This was all to get this. This was all for this moment, for the fucking donut in the candle. And it wasn't even supposed to be a donut. It was supposed to be a fucking cupcake. Ugh. But you know what? It really did work out. It really did work out because actually, every year on my birthday, my mom will get me a dozen donuts to wake up to rather than like pancakes or a cake or something. So I always do donuts on my birthday. So yes, it works out. And I did get myself an extra donut that I smashed in the car. Absolutely smashed in the car. It stood no chance against me. There are sprinkles fucking everywhere. They're everywhere. I needed it so bad. It was 11:30, almost 12. I had not eaten, and all I had was a fucking Alani drink, which I've never had. That's like crack. I was literally sitting there at Les Schwab Tires, and like my head is twitching. I'm literally like, so because sometimes when I drink too much caffeine, the back of my neck will twitch. I don't know what that means. Sometimes I think it means I have cancer. I don't think it does, but That's insight into my brain. So yeah, happy 1 year to Cringe. Was this $1.25 donut with a candle combo worth $240 in a new tire? I'm not entirely sure. Okay. I don't really know. Look, man, and here's the thing. You're probably looking at that donut. You're like, that's sitting on a notebook. Yeah, I'm going to eat that later. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care what you say. I'm eating the fucking donut later. It's not sanitary. Fuck you. I don't care. I just told you the day I had. I'm eating the donut. I can't believe you would even suggest I don't eat the donut. I can't do this right now, you guys. Before we get into the topic of today, I kind of want to do a breakdown of just kind of like what's going on. You know, social media breakdown, pop culture breakdown, because I had no idea. I had no clue, and I was so pleasantly surprised. And my day was turned so jubilous in this way that I turn on Netflix and I see that Ginny and Georgia season 3 is coming out like on Thursday. Guys, I put up my prayer hands. Like, it felt like I was praising the Lord in that damn moment, because I feel like I watch pretty decent TV. Like, I'm not a TV snob. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't believe you fucking watch. Like, I don't care what you watch. I can never, like, the second a show cringes me out, I turn it off. So that one show that tried to be The Summer I Turned Pretty, but like country, where she's living with like 8 boys, My Summer with the is that it? My Summer with the Walter Boys? Whatever the fuck that was. You just said your day was jubilous because season 3 of Ginny and Georgia is coming out. Yeah, I know. Look, this is the one pass that I give myself. I don't know what the fuck it is. I love this show. I love this show. I started rewatching it last night because I'm like, I gotta get ready. Every other show, like Stranger Things season 5 is coming out like November 26th or something, and then it's Christmas Day, and then it's New Year's. I am gonna watch like a fucking 30-minute debrief, and then I'm hopping in, okay? Ginny and Georgia, though, I'm like, let me take notes. I can't miss anything. There's no plot holes in this show. This is a legit show for legit people that think legit things. You know what I mean? I've never been more fucking excited. And so I'm rewatching it now, and I'm just as obsessed as I was when I first watched it. And I almost feel like, not almost, I know I did. It was a show that I put on like in the background at first, and I was probably playing Sims. I do this all the time. I'll pick a random like shitty show on Netflix, and then whenever I'm in like a Sims grind, I am locked the fuck in. And I think I missed a bunch of stuff because by season 2, there were parts where I was like, I don't fucking get what's going on. Like Georgia and Joe's relationship, I did not understand if like he knew that they had met, and like it felt like to me that they just kind of threw that in there, but I'm on like season 1 episode 3 and they have been working up to that. But I was like, this feels so random and bad. Like, why are they doing this? Girl, you literally were making 2 virtual people bang and we're not paying attention. Like, I don't know what to tell you about that. Like, it's like going to a lecture and then shopping the entire lecture and being like, why did I fail that quiz? I don't know, girl. That one just seemed like it was on you. Another huge pop culture, like, I'm not even fucking kidding. Guys, we actually have to get into this part about me and my life and Sabrina Carpenter and how she has taken over. When I studied abroad, I saw her on the Short and Sweet tour. It was so fun. Like, that was probably the highlight of the entire trip, was just that Copenhagen trip. That's where I saw her, was Copenhagen. And her show and, you know, being with Erica, just the whole thing. And the whole city is amazing. Like, there was never a bad moment, you know. We stayed at this place called the City Hub. If you're ever in Copenhagen, Amsterdam, there's one other place. It's these pods called the City Hub. They're so good. Look them up. They're amazing. And so Sabrina took over there. Like, Short and Sweet used to sound like the nightmare that was sorority recruitment, which I can't believe was ever a part of my life. I'm looking at my composite now and I actually cannot fucking believe that I did that. What was that? Anyway, that's what it sounded like to me, but now it just sounds like Study Abroad. So it's like one of those albums, you turn it on and I'm immediately like, oh my God, I'm in Copenhagen. Like, it's amazing. But now she's taken over in another way. I would say in a worse way, in a more time consuming way. Fortnite. Guys, it's becoming one of those games where it's like when I close my eyes at night, I'm imagining. Like, I can see the game. I can see the game. This is not even a joke. I was at my boyfriend's house and I went on a walk. And there was some like construction worker on the roof. And I swear to God, my first thought was, oh my God, I have to get down. Like, he's going to snipe me. Babe, that's a crime. You're in the real world. That's a crime. He's not going to get a victory royale for that. He's going to get like a fucking murder charge. He's going to get a murder charge. Stand up. I am on Fortnite TikTok. I'm on Fortnite TikTok. Guys, I got a TikTok last night, and it was like, what's new on the item shop in Fortnite? And it had 360 by Charlie XCX. I turned my Xbox on and I bought V-Bucks. I have the whole Sabrina Carpenter set, okay? I know you were wondering that. I have the whole fucking thing, okay? I have Tour Ready Sabrina. I have the Battle Pass. I have literally every emote you could think of. I have everything Sabrina Carpenter related in my Fortnite account. I also got the Hot to Go emote. And then, like I said, the 360 emote. Because I want these boys to know that when I kill them, it was a girl that sniped them from 200 meters away. I want them to know. So every time, after I get a good kill or whatever the fuck it is, 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? I'm everywhere. I'm so fucking Julia. Like, So she's like, this has taken over my life to a disgusting degree. It started because my boyfriend and I would play it. We started like right at the end of study abroad. We were like, this is such a fun long distance activity. And then suddenly it wasn't for him, because now every time he has free time, I'm going, hey, what are you up to? Hey, are you free? I'm like a desperate ex. Hey, like, how have you been? Have you been forting lately? Let me know, dude. I'm worried about you. I'm just been curious and just want to know if you've got any victory royales lately. So he's had to limit it to like 2 games a day, because I will just keep going. I'm like level 60 now. I started playing like 3 weeks ago. I can't stop. And now I'm in my small town. There's nothing to do. So what do? I fort. She's just taken over everything. But in actual relevant pop culture news, she just announced a new song. And what is it called? Hold on. I think it's called like No, not Mansplain. Sabrina Carpenter. New song. Man-Child. Guys, I'm so excited. I knew she posted this new little teaser, and people in the comments were like, busy woman music video. And I was like, you guys don't get it. I knew the nachos she was reheating. I don't like that phrase, but I will use it for the internet. I knew what she was doing. It was the exact same formula that she did when she released Espresso. I was there. Yeah, I was fucking there before the song of the summer, the song of our lifetime was released. I remember it all. I remember it all too well. You know what I mean? And so I knew the second that she posted that, and like the hair was so different, and it's the hair that everyone is saying that they hate because they like, the longer hair, but it's giving country. It's giving Dolly. And maybe she was alluding to that with having Dolly on Short and Sweet, but it's giving very country. That hair is very it's very Dolly-esque. She's in these heels. She's on the side of the road. She's hitchhiking. I think it's beautiful. And she has this beautiful, not a vibrato. Is it? She's talked about it before. She has this kind of like thing with her voice that even when she doesn't try, it kind of has this twang about it. And maybe she's leaning into that. I think that could be really interesting. I'm just so fucking excited because to me, like, Sabrina Carpenter can do no wrong. She can do no wrong. Like, she's one of these pop girls where it's like, I know that she's going to come out with music that it could never annoy me. It could never be too much. Like, I listen to Espresso every day, guys, while I'm sniping people. Like, I do it, Like, that's just me. That's what I'm up to. So I can't wait for another song that is going to make every retail worker want to like blow their brains out. Like, I'm so sorry to you soldiers, but like, this is the best fucking news for me. Another thing that I really want to talk about, huge pop culture news, like genuinely so fucking exciting and cool, is Taylor Swift buying back her masters. When I saw that on Instagram, it wasn't even like oh, that's cool. I literally went, oh my God. It was like Taylor called me personally and told me the news. I am so fucking happy that she was able to get her master's back. Whether you're a Taylor Swift fan or not, this is something that should be celebrated, because it really is artists just having agency over the work that they've made. It's like if I made this podcast right now and then some guy in like Oklahoma was getting the residuals from it. What the fuck do you know about a jelly cat sitting on the desk? What the fuck do you know about Sabrina Carpenter? What the fuck do you know about Fortnite? Like, that makes no sense. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift getting her master's back is a win for everyone. But what I really want to talk about, thank fucking God that woman is not touching Reputation. Thank fucking God. Okay? Taylor, I love you so much. I love you so much that I have your lyrics tattooed on my arm. After the manslaughter that happened with 1989 Taylor's version, babe, I didn't want you anywhere near that. Okay? You scared me, girl. You scared me. You scared us all, because I really am curious what happened with Style, Taylor's version. It's something that I don't know. I really could not figure it out, because the entire 1989 Taylor's version album, except for like I Love New Romantics, Taylor's version, I think it's great. There's a few where I'm like, okay, you know what? I actually like the new version. Not many on that one though. Fearless, for me, the entire album switched out the original version. I love Taylor's version so much. I love Red Taylor's version so much. Speak Now, Taylor's version is there. And 1989 just didn't do it for me. And I was kind of coming to this place where I was like, okay, a part of me is a completionist, and I'm sure Taylor is to an extent too. Like, I don't know how this makes her feel that she's not gonna necessarily finish all of the re-recordings. But I was like, okay, I want her to re-record them all, because I like the finality of that. I like the story of that it's like she's done everyone, she's revisited everyone. But she did that with the Eras Tour. It doesn't really need to be done again. You know, we don't have to do it in this way of like re-recording everything, and especially like an album that was like her just being head over heels in love with a man that she's not with anymore, you know, that she was with for 6 years. But on the other hand, I was so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And I remember being like a Taylor Swift fan, Folklore era, just literally before the Taylor's versions. It was so different. I've had to like trick my algorithm into thinking I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, or like that much of a Taylor Swift fan, because I can't stand these people that have just shown up out of nowhere and they're like, did you guys see that on her pinky finger there was one new freckle? She was in the sun the other day. I think that she did this on purpose so that way she could tease Reputation Taylor's. I have never cared about an album less than Reputation Taylor's version. I did not ever give a fuck. I did not ever give a fuck, because the fun was just sucked out of it by every person that just put so much fucking emphasis on it, and every person that was like, we would get the Tortured Poets Department or a new fucking album or a new this or a new that, and they're immediately like, God, when Reputation Taylor's version drops though, when is enough for you? Like, when is enough? And I'm not even saying this on like, I am defending Taylor. No, I'm like, this is just fucking annoying. This is so fucking annoying. Oh my God. Like, I can't stand hearing about it anymore. And like, especially after 1989 Taylor's version, which the internet tends to agree with me, but no one was saying at the time, I was, that it felt like she couldn't recreate the pop eras. That's what 1989 felt like for me. It felt like the pop eras were really hard to replicate, and I really felt that in Style, Taylor's version, because I was like, there is no way we got rid of that guitar. There's no way we got rid of that guitar. And I really am so curious, like, why that choice? Like, what was the choice there that made that feel like Taylor's version? Was it like a legal thing? Was it she genuinely liked that sound more? If so, Taylor, incorrect. I love you. Wrong. I love you. Wrong. I'm just so curious. And I don't know. I find the whole thing really interesting, and I'm very glad she canceled Reputation Taylor's version. I am excited for Debut Taylor's version. I think that is a really good one to re-record. It's not like this, you know, crazy pop production album. It was Taylor Swift and a guitar and, you know, some other artists, and it feels like something that can be recreated and not reconstructed. You know what I mean? I thought that sounded profound. I don't think it did. I don't think that landed. I don't think that one really made sense. But I don't know. I think it's so great. I think it's really so great, and I'm so happy for her, and I'm so happy that she really brought light to like the industry in that way of just like the like fucked up men getting residuals for shit that they never had a hand in. Never, ever, ever had a hand in. And I truly think that even if you hate Taylor Swift, this is something that should be celebrated. Yeah, it just felt very important, and I'm so glad that it happened. Getting away from pop culture a little bit, I want to talk a little bit about what the original episode was supposed to be about. I do have my internet working now, so we have one win for today. Unfortunately, I can't really get that $240 back about my tire, but at least we got this. You know what I mean? At least we got this. I wanted to discuss change in your 20s, and you're probably looking at me like, Emma, you're in your 20s, you don't know shit. Yeah, that's kind of the point. I don't really know a lot. I don't really know a lot about change, and I'm actually really bad with change. But what I do know is that I've gotten a lot better with it, especially after study abroad, okay? And if you took a shot every time I said study abroad this video, good luck. Get an IV drip, maybe. And I'm never going to shut up about it, because it really did change my life in so many ways. In so many ways, I mean, I met my best friend. I completely challenged myself in a way that, you know, when I first applied to go, I was like, of course I can do this. I've been to Europe before. The closer it got, the more I was like, what the fuck did I do? What did I do? Why am I doing this? Like, what possessed me to think that I had the capabilities to get up and move my life to a completely different country in a different time zone, away from everything and everyone I know for 4 months? What gave me that idea? I have a horrible memory. So my life lessons from study abroad will come back with time, because I genuinely still am trying to process the whole thing. But the one thing I know is that I've come back so much more confident and sure of the next stage of my life. And I've come back much more adept to change. And it's a scary thing. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, it could be something as final as like someone passing away, or it could be something as temporary as my tire popping. But it's even the little changes in your day or over time that they all add up. And this was just something that, you know, I came back home and I just felt different. I felt like I could adapt to change more, because I seriously like, and maybe you're thinking, Emma, you know, maybe if you know me in real life, you're thinking, I never thought you were like bad with change. On the outside, sure. But on the inside, like, okay, for example, let's say I'm talking to someone. I'm like, hey, I'd really love to get something for dinner. What are you thinking? And in my head, I'm already thinking Chick-fil-A, because I'm always thinking Chick-fil-A. And they go, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like Del Taco. In my head, I'm going, I can't fucking believe this. I'm like, I can't fucking believe this is throwing everything off. This is throwing everything off. Everything is changing, and I don't fucking, and it would just like, it just kind of like consumed me. And that's a dramatic one, but it's like little things that would change. It just would take me out. It would just drain me. And there's something about having your life be so fluid and malleable when you're abroad that makes it so when you come back, at least for me, it feels like these tiny changes are nothing. It's like I can just wipe it off. And that doesn't mean like, oh my God, like I am the messiah of change. Guys, I'm still so fucking bad with change. It's not even funny. It is not even funny. Every time there's like a big life change, and by big, I mean like I'm gonna like cry in my car driving away when I'm moving back down to LA. I've done that 3 times now. I cry every time. Every time I'm at an airport, I cry because something is changing. Someone is not going to be near me. I don't know. It makes me sad. Like my boyfriend texted like, yeah, I just dropped my best friend off at the airport. I'm sitting there emotional. I talked about this last episode. An airport will always make me cry. I'm sitting there. I'm like, God, change is ever present. Change is ever present. And it's just something we have to learn to deal with, you know what I mean? What made me start thinking about this is I've been listening to the song The Art of Starting Over by Demi Lovato, which has been one of my favorite songs since 2021 when she released it. And I kind of forgot about it. And it's one of these songs that every time it comes back into my life, something very, very big happens in terms of change. And like the second time it happened, it was actually right after my breakup. And I was just like rejecting the song. It was when I was really listening to Phoebe Bridgers. Oh my God, like I had a giant Phoebe Bridgers like poster on my wall. And I love Phoebe Bridgers. But that was never my... I should have had someone like... I should have had like psychiatric care. Really, because that is like, look at the setup. Look at the setup. We got color everywhere. Like, this is me. This is real. This is who I'm supposed to be. Whatever. And I'm sitting there going... Somewhere in Germany, but I can't place it. I'm sitting in my car, sobbing. Yeah, that should have been a real indicator that I needed some intervention. That really should have been. The song's kind of come back into my life again. Like, I found it again, and I'm waiting to see, like, what this new chapter is. And, like, I am your friend that, like, when you're hanging out in a group for the first time in a while, I will be that friend that's like, I really needed this. I probably sound like that right now. And that's what that song gives to me. And it's a feeling that I never take for granted. I love that feeling of being overly emotional and, like, sentimental. I just love the lyric, new beginnings can be lonely. Thank God I got me to hold me. You know what I mean? Thank God I got me to hold me. I think the song The Art of Starting Over is just like the song The Bolter by Taylor Swift if she had just written it with the tiniest bit of optimism. Like, if she just saw the way that she kind of reinvented herself and, like, left to start over with the tiniest bit of romanticism. That's The Art of Starting Over by Demi Lovato. So I highly recommend it. And I really think that romanticizing change is something that is inherently needed in your 20s. It's something that study abroad taught me. And it's very easy to romanticize change when the change that you're going through is like time zones and from a plane to a train, and you're seeing the Eiffel Tower, and then you're seeing, you know, fucking all of Italy, and you're going to Scotland. Like, of course you can romanticize that. But sometimes it's really hard to romanticize change in your 20s when that change is going from being in school to finding a real job, from finding an internship to, you know, finding a new place to live because, you know, you can't afford the rent anymore. You can't, it's hard because your 20s kind of sucks. Like, that's the consensus I get online, is that your 20s kind of sucks, and that your 30s you become more stable and you know what you're doing. But we were all hyped up to be like, your 20s is fucking awesome. It's amazing. And it's like, so, really, a lot of the times it's not that. Of course, things like what I did, like travel Europe, that's amazing. Things like hunting for an internship doesn't feel that amazing. Doesn't feel that great. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of brain power. It's a lot of, you know, things you don't really want to do. I want to fucking, dude, I want to play Fortnite. Dude, like, I'm not kidding. I'm filming this thing and all I can think about is Fortnite. All I can think about is Fortnite. I've already spent probably like $30 on V-Bucks. I actually don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it unless you want to add each other on Fortnite. I would love to do a team. I also just found out in Fortnite that, like, it's a problem if you meet someone on, like, a solo and then you guys team up. Like, I'm now on Fortnite TikTok, and, like, it was a real problem. Anyway, back to change. Some ways that I like to handle change, just as a kind of parting idea. Some ways that I really like to handle change. I love, and this is a pretty common one, going back to media that is comforting. So, like, Ginny and Georgia, which, crazy that that's comforting, but, like, it's something familiar, of course. I think, you know, really diving into something that you were obsessed with at a time where you felt more stable. I feel like that's such a great way to kind of ground yourself again. I'm so fucking excited about this. This guy that I used to date, he got me an iPod Nano for, like, my birthday or something because I wanted it. and I just found it again, and I'm burning all of my CDs onto it. And that's like another way where I was like, okay, if I'm feeling, if everything's feeling kind of crazy, like I ordered the fucking headphones with the actual headphone jack, and I'm putting like Role Model onto there. Those are the CDs I have now. But like just walking around with an iPod Nano through my neighborhood and no phone on me, guys, that sounds like peace. That sounds like peace. Being with myself and really letting myself feel how uncomfortable that change is, that also really helps. I used to be someone that when change was happening, and especially right before I got on the plane to go to the UK, and I do this with like every big trip I have, getting to the airport, I would just be like, I'm not flying. I'm not going anywhere. Today I'm just hanging out with whoever's driving me to the airport. And then the second that I have to say goodbye, all the emotions show up at one time, and I'm like, I'm like stunned. Dude, when it feels uncomfortable, just let yourself be uncomfortable for a minute. Like, it's not going to kill you. It's really not going to kill you. And I know that sounds kind of insane, but like, it's really not going to fucking kill you. I promise you that. I promise you that. Just be uncomfortable for a second, and I promise you in the long run, it's going to be a lot more healthy for you overall. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a 20-year-old. What do I know, man? I don't know shit. To close out this episode, I just want to say again, I'm so happy to be here on the 1-year anniversary of Cringe. And I know we're small, but shit, we're fucking mighty, okay? I love doing this. It's so fun, and it brings me so much joy. And if nothing ever comes of it, that's not even true, because what's come of it is me being able to create, and that's amazing. So thank you to anyone who has watched, who has listened for the past year to the very few episodes that we have. As you can see, I'm taking this shit a little bit more seriously now. You guys will see me. You guys should be seeing me every week, okay? And if you're not, feel free to send a DM my way. So excited to be doing this again. Happy birthday, Cringe. Happy Cringe-iversary. I would blow out the candle, but I'm so afraid of starting a house fire. So just enjoy the donut with the one candle in it. I think it's adorable. Thank you guys so much for watching or listening wherever you indulge in your podcast. Make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at Cringe Podcast Official, and that's going to be on TikTok and Instagram. And YouTube. Of course, on YouTube. How can I forget? Thank you guys once again so much for listening. Happy 1 year. I love you guys all so much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.